Very much for staying with Midday Live on TV3, and this is your election command center. We've been saying that all year round. This is because elections is about numbers, and here at TV3, your election command center, we're going to be keeping an eye on all the numbers and make sense of it for you. So we are focusing today on the Greater Accra region, and clearly this is the total number of constituencies that the Greater Accra region has, 34 constituencies, and Greater Accra has the highest number of registered voters for the 2016 elections. And in our next slide, it is focusing on the top 13 constituencies. And when you add all of them together, they give you 1,550,639. And that is more than the remaining 21 constituencies. So I can just show you that here. This is the total number of constituencies in Greater Accra, 3 million and over. This is the top 13. 1.1 million and over, and then the remaining 21 also adds up to 1 million, but lesser than this. So it tells you that whoever wins the top 13 constituencies in the Greater Accra region is in a good position to annex the Greater Accra region. And you would also know that the Greater Accra region has been the region that has formed the government of the day. Of all the elections, any party that wins Greater Accra is the party that forms the next administration. This is another key point for you. Now, the Greater Accra region, half of the total registered voters in Greater Accra, which is this number, is more than the Upper East and Upper West combined. So the two upper regions, Upper East and Upper West, when you add both of them, it is less than half of just Greater Accra. So it is a massive region. And this is just regional dynamics. Greater Accra has 8 out of the top 10 constituencies which have over 100,000 registered voters. In all, we have about 13 constituencies across the country that have over more than 100,000 registered voters. 8 of all that is in only Greater Accra. And so this is the top 100,000 constituencies, or constituencies that have 100,000 and more. And look at the percentage of Greater Accra. Huge. And to the next one now. When you look at the entire country, this year, the total number of people who are going to be voting are 15 million and over. And Greater Accra region alone has about 20% of that chunk, which is massive. So it is 19.5%, but we are rounding it up, and it gives you about 20% of the entire registered voters for the 2016 elections. And you should also bear in mind that we'll be looking at the total voter turnout, and then that can help us re-understand the figures. And finally, this is the total number of women. You know, there has been issues of women and how they participate in elections. So we are hoping that there will be a huge turn-up on the women front. But these are the parties and how many women they are putting up for this year's election. The NDC has 11 women, followed by the CPP, which has 7. The NPP has 6, PPP 3, NDP, PNC, UPP, and an independent candidate, all putting up 1 candidate. So in Greater Accra, we have 31 women standing for this year's election. So we'll be bringing you another region in a subsequent bulletin. Stay with us. This is TV3, your election command center. Time